Hello again, I'm Malachi, and today we are going to be making automatic item dispensers. I don't fully know what to call them, honestly, but they're cool because you click the button and it gives you, it could be food or fireworks, and then ender pearls if you want to. That's an add-on that you can put on. And there's a few other things you can do this. If you want the items to like slide out, you can have packed ice, but that's not needed unless you wanted them to like fly out of the wall or something if you had it higher up. But I have a few designs that I will be showing. So this one's longer but skinnier. This one is wider but shorter, and they're very similar on how they work. This one's very cool. It's in the roof. I really like this one. And then this is just a expansion of the first one where you can make it have a selection panel. So this would be ender pearls. No, wait, no. This would be carrots. This would be ender pearls. So I did both of those, but then you can also do both at the same time. Okay, so sorry that this looks a bit different. I kind of forgot like the most important part until the end of the video. I just realized I don't have any of the items I need in my inventory, but that is fine. So yeah, I just realized that I never actually explained how this works, or a few important things for if you wanted to make your own design. So how it works is, I guess, wait, what? This dropper was full of ender pearls. So that one's not. We're going to have a pulse extender, which is just 2 comparators and some redstone dust. These are really simple. It just has the signal strength going. It slowly subtracts it. And then on the side that's being powered, we have an observer. So that it fires 8 times. And then this is going to come into repeaters that are going into droppers. So each dropper will spit out 8 items. So you could actually do like multiple stacks of items in this, or you could just do like, you could do literally just 8 items. So if I were to put 16 ender pearls in here, it should spit out 8. Boom, 8. So that's how this works. You need to remember that you power the side with the observer. If you're in Bedrock Edition, this is too fast for the droppers, and you have to place a block in front of the comparator facing away from the observer. Before we get started, all of these designs, I will let you know, do work in both Java and Bedrock Edition, except for the selection panel. But if you are going to use these in Bedrock Edition, then right here in this pulse extender, on the side that doesn't have a observer, you want to take the comparator that has the single torch in front of it and place a block right in front of that. And it will be a bit slower, but otherwise it just won't work in Bedrock Edition. In Java Edition, you don't need that, and it will run a bit quicker. Okay, so I am going to start on the first design, the skinny and long one. So you're going to start with a dropper, and you're just going to need 8 of these in a rectangle, and then you're going to have to fill them up with the items. So you can do fireworks, you could do food, so anything that stacks up to 64. Now once these are filled up, you're going to need 4 repeaters going into the bottom, droppers and redstone dust connecting them. And then right above this last piece of redstone dust, we're going to need some blocks. And right here, this block needs to be an observer facing down. And now we're going to make a pulse extender using comparators. So we have 2 comparators facing opposite directions and redstone dust on each side. So what this is going to do, if I show you right here, is it is going to cause the redstone to stay on a bit longer. And this observer is going to detect every single time it goes down by 1. So this will fire each dropper 8 times. Now, for ender pearls, you're going to take 2 droppers right here and fill these with ender pearls, a repeater going into these, and just connect the redstone dust. Yeah, you're gonna need a block under this observer, and I'm breaking everything. So now you can put a glass wall here or just normal block wall. It doesn't really matter. You probably won't have anyone like looking inside the machine anyways. You're gonna need a roof above these so no items pop out, and then you can build a wall. Except right here, you need a button right on this block to power it. And then I like to put glass here so you can't walk into it, but it looks cool. But then what we'll have to do next is, actually this is kind of dark, I'm gonna stick some glass in here. Now you're going to need a sign and some water, and you're done. Now, if you want the items to flow out past this block, it will need to be ice, or you'll just move the sign right here. So that would mainly probably be if you have this up higher up the wall and you want the items to fall to you. But now if we click the button, we should see that this works. Now I forgot to place glass down, but it does work. That is how to do this design. Okay, now I'm going to build the second design, the one that is wider but shorter. So we're going to start very similar to the last one with 4 repeaters, but instead the other 4, not repeaters, droppers, I'm sorry. You're going to have 4 droppers on each side, and we'll just place blocks here for now. We're going to do repeaters on each side of these, and a repeater going into this hole and out of it. And now you're going to connect redstone dust to all of these. And now we're going to build a pulse extender right here so that it extends the length of the pulse. And then this observer will detect each time the pulse extender goes down in the signal strength. And then we'll place a block right here. And I just realized I never filled up these. I will fill these up. Okay, this should be done. I'm going to place a roof on this. It does not have to be glass, but I'm just going to do glass. And then I'm going to build this wall. And then right here is where I'll activate it. And you're almost done. You just need to remember to put the water in, because I almost forgot and didn't say anything about it and it wouldn't have worked. So now it should work. And I got a stack of items. Now, if you want to do ender pearls or any item that stacks up to 16, you're just going to do droppers right here. And this should work. Now, this one's very easy to upgrade so that it uses ender pearls also. And then, boom, you're done. Okay, now moving on to the third one, which I think is my favorite. This design goes into your roof and drops a bunch of items out of your roof, which I find really cool. So to build it, we're just going to start with a wall. At least I'm going to start with a wall, but the main design is in the roof. So we have this spot in the roof. We're going to do 2 droppers on each side, and that will be all of the golden carrots. So you, or just any stackable item up to 64. So you're going to fill these up. So now once you filled that up, you're going to take these blocks right here up against this wall, and you're going to make another pulse extender like so, and then take a observer facing out into this dropper, and we're going to take redstone out of the side into this repeater and repeat this so that each time it fires one, it fires the next one until here where it stops. So now this should be working. If we activate our pulse extender, these should all fall from the roof. If I pick them up, it's a stack. Okay, so now for the ender pearls or any item up to 16, we're just going to add 2 more up here. Fill them with our item that stacks up to 16. Place a roof on this, and now take 2 observers up off of this observer and power redstone dust right here, and that will activate those. So now if we were to use this, we should see that we get a full stack of both. Yep. And now to power it, you just need to power the side with the observer. So we're going to place our button in here. And I'm just going to do a little bit of a torch tower up here. And this should work. Let me double check just in case if I built it wrong. Yep. And you're done. So now if you wanted to hide this, you could always take an item like powdered snow. So if your roof is white, then you could use powdered snow in the roof. Okay. Finally, last but definitely not least, is the control board version of the first one. This design is not perfect. It's quite expensive and complicated and only works on Java Edition due to the fact that it uses dropping blocks and quasi-connectivity. This will be building onto the first design, and honestly, you could probably build a better version of this, especially if you were just to separate the levers. But I'll start by building the first design. Okay, so I've built the first design. Now we're going to do the control board part, which is kind of complex. But we'll start with 2 levers right here, 1 block away from the button. Now we'll start with the one for the 64 stack item. So we're going to break this block so the observer can't actually activate it. And then we're going to take a piston with a note block. Now this will activate it. So basically what's happening is this lever is activating this piston, which is being updated by the note block. So you don't have to update it with another block. And now we're going to need a target block on this last bit of redstone and a redstone dust right here. Okay, for this next control part, we're going to need a hopper right here, a observer facing into a piston with a block, a torch on the ground in front of this block. We're going to need a sticky piston right here. Oh yeah, that needs to be sticky piston too. A sticky piston right here with a block. Now we're going to have to temporarily break these so we can bring an observer up this way so we can activate this when the block is out. The block right here and disconnect this part. Now, you may be wondering why we used observers to get this over here. It's because we have to take the observer from the side that we're powering. So we can't take it from the other side or else the item count will be off. So this should be done now. You can label these if you want. I'm going to go ahead and label them real quick so it's easier to tell which one's which. Okay, so now if we test this, we can click the button. Nothing should happen. And then I'm going to wait till this pulse extender is done. We can do golden carrots. We can do ender pearls. Or we can do both. Now, a quick warning, if you were to activate this and then quickly change it, it'll start to spit out some of the item as the pulse extender is still going. So it's not like completely spam proof. It shouldn't break, hopefully. You probably could break it if you spammed it. No, it is not spam proof. Okay, so that's it. This design does not work in Bedrock Edition, so you don't have to worry about placing a block here. And that's all of these designs. I hope you enjoyed. And I really need you to like and subscribe right now, this instant, because literally like only like 2 to 5% of viewers are subscribed. It's pretty sad. I only have 17 subscribers. Please, if you feel bad at all, subscribe. Except you probably don't feel bad. Bye.